In this next example, we're going to show you the same chart, which is a Euro USD 5-minute chart, but we're also going to show you what happened after the US session started. First, let's go to the left. Here we can see 5 p.m. This is our starting point for the new day. You can see we had the lowest level of 134.45. We had the highest level at this point, which is approximately 135.95. Now pay attention to this start of the new session. We have placed a red line and 7 o'clock in the morning. That's the beginning of the New York session. You can see the price started moving lower. Now normally we have to confirm the trend before we start thinking about placing any trades. So we need the price to move either higher or lower before we can confirm anything. Here we can obviously see what happened after the fact, but when you're trading in the moment, you have no idea what's about to happen to the right. Now you could see the trend started moving up, broke the highest level, and it looked like it was going to make a new high and continued moving higher to 136.12. If you're a beginner and you have no idea about the maximum price movement or how much a currency can move higher or lower, you most likely would want to place a buy order. And if you would have placed a buy order at any of these points, you would have probably gotten stuck, as you can see here, after the fact, because the trend changed. What can we do with this information? This information can keep us from making big mistakes and limiting our downside. Because of the maximum price movement, as we mentioned in the previous video, we would not think about placing any buy orders. Why would we want to risk 30, 40 pips, 50 pips in case the trend were to change at these high levels just to try to make 15, 20 pips before we reach the maximum price level? Instead, we would be patient. We would wait to confirm the trend. We would hope for the best that the trend would change and move lower for the US session, which it did in this case, in order for us to place sell orders. So just think of the probabilities. Now normally the euro has a very hard time breaking on the upside after it reaches 200 or 220, on the downside 200 and 220, but there are times and moments in the market when it can go to 300 pips. We've seen it go even 400 pips under very severe conditions on fundamental reports or even political reports. So at times it can break those levels, but they're very seldom. We don't see them every day. You're going to see a lot more 200 pip maximum price moves than you're going to see 300 to 400 pips. That we can assure you of. Once again, this is why we look back and understand the previous sessions, is to try to limit our downside. Don't forget to continue watching the other videos and understanding how to confirm a trend once we have started a new session, and why we must separate each session before we start thinking about placing any trades. Good luck trading.